like this, I wish that raindrops would fall.
I got a lot to do. I got a lot to do.
Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? The people ask, where was Diva Speak TV last week? I'll show you where Diva Speak TV was. People have no idea how hard I work. People get mad at me on MySpace when I don't respond immediately to their messages. People get angry when I don't do Diva Speak TV episodes. But they don't understand how busy, how hectic, how mi vida loca my life is. Now you will know. I'm going to give you a little insight into how I ended up here in this bed, in this state of exhaustion. I'm going to take you on a trip through a week in the life of Amanda Diva. It all started with this crazy hustle I have. Me being Amanda Diva, it's hard for me to sit still. It's hard for me to relax because I've got a mission that I have to fulfill. Last week, I went to the paid dues show here in New York City at the Nokia Theater. Show was dope. Buckshot came out. He brought out KRS-One. I was chilling with my homeboy, Ninth Wonder. Then, as if it couldn't get better, the Jizza came out. I love the Jizza. It was some real hip hop shit. I had a blast running around, taking in the boom bap. Next day, I went to the opening of this new salon in the Bronx called Urban Stars. I think it's a dope place because it's an entrepreneurial venture from folks in the community for the community. They've got a salon in there, they've got pool tables, they've got a tattoo parlor, they've got a clothing store. I mean, it is the illest bodega in the history of the world. And at the Urban Stars opening, I ran into the legend himself, Rakim, and was able to ask him some questions.
Do you still love him? I mean,
see, like what people don't understand is like I've been doing this for so long that I can't see nothing else, you know what I mean? Do I love
what's going on?
Yeah, no.
This is a regular week for Amanda. I'm always running around, never resting. I never get to eat the way I'm supposed to. And it didn't stop there. I ended up going to Philly to go to the Roots Family Picnic. It's a festival that they're doing for the first time this year. And the night before the festival was called The Hors d'oeuvres. I ended up hosting the show, which took place at the TLA, featuring folks like Santo Gold, Nouveau Riche, Janelle Monáe. Bilal did his thing. And they close it with a special set from the Roots. I end up leaving Philly at 5 a.m. on the train to come back to New York so that I could have rehearsal from 2 to 4 for the show that I was about to do with Kids in the Hall. Then I came back to Philly that next day after rehearsal to check out the Roots Family Picnic. Dope event at Penn's Landing in Philadelphia, overlooking the water. There were fireworks. People were just having a great time. Leonard Hubbard, who used to be the original bassist of The Roots but recently left, actually came back to do a special set, and it was bananas. This was the best Roots show that I've ever been to, and I've been to like at least 12 Roots shows, and they've all been really, really good. So I don't know, maybe it was the excitement from loud ass underground concert to Philly to Philly again, to rehearsal. It was only a matter of time that my body was gonna be like, hold up, bitch. So I come back from Philly, and the next morning I have to go and speak to a group of girls for this program called Girls Right Now, which is a program about young women writers. It's an amazing program. And while I was there, I started getting chills. And I was like, it's really hot outside. There's no reason I should be having chills. I actually found myself walking to the train and almost collapsing in the street. I don't collapse in the street, okay? That's just not how I roll. Went to Jamba Juice, had me a smoothie, thought, I'm feeling better. Smoothie makes everything better, doesn't it? Got home, still feeling like shit. Took my temperature, 103 fever. What? I haven't had 103 fever since the 80s. And you know my cab driver to the hospital was driving wild slow and singing along to Mark Anthony. Excuse me, sir. Can you just pick up the pace a little bit? It's an emergency. Do you know what he said to me? I can't break the rules for you, all right? So if you wanted to get to the hospital quickly, you should have took an ambulance. Where is the love? I found myself in the emergency room, fever blaring. None of my friends would come and sit with me. I was in the bed wondering, what am I going to do? Then they gave me a spinal tap. For those of y'all who don't know, a spinal tap, or a lumbar puncture as they call it in the medical field, is when they stick a needle into the base of your spine, into your spinal fluid sac, and they withdraw spinal fluid in order to test for things like meningitis, things that cannot be found out for urine samples or blood samples. The thing is, though, is that when they withdraw this fluid, what happens is a lot of times they leave internally a puncture opening that leaks cerebrospinal fluid. Leaking fluid internally or externally, for that matter, is never the business. So you may be wondering, Amanda, that seems like so much pain. How were you feeling after the spinal tap? I'll show you how I was feeling after the spinal tap.
I made it through the spinal tap. The spinal tap, I mean, really scared, y'all. I'm really scared because, you know, I got a lot to do. And I've never felt like this before. Where my body just ain't cooperating with me, you know. Hopefully everything will be alright. But these are times you start to think about who your real friends are. You start to think about what you really want to do, what you want to change, you know. And I'm definitely doing those things.
I was unable to walk for the next 4 days because the pressure in my cranium was unbearable due to the lack of cerebrospinal fluid. But me, being the G that I am, still kept to my word and performed for the kids in the hall at the eclectic ride. The music making the headache go away for just the 15 minutes that I needed to perform hits like Windows Over Harlem, only to be rendered immobile once again the minute the music stopped. I even got a bloody nose, folks. That's how hardcore I am. Then the pain came to a new level, and I had to go back to the emergency room. Back to the emergency room, people! I'm Amanda Diva. I don't go to fucking emergency rooms. I'm a motherfucking gangster. Lying on my back is the only thing that will ease the immense pressure that makes me feel like my cranium will spontaneously combust anytime I stand up. Will I ever get out of this bed? Will I ever two-step again? Will I ever whop it out once more? You'll have to wait till the next Diva Speak TV to find out. Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love?